Well, hello there. Welcome to another Barb Stamps video. Today, I want to show you how I made this card using the Dragonfly Dream stamp set and the detailed Dragonflies Thinlits along with the Blushing Bride Glimmer paper. Isn't that just fabulous? I just love the sparkle. All right, so I've got my stamp set and my dies here. I've got a bunch of paper. I decided to make this one with the polka dot strips down the side rather than the diagonal stripes, just kind of make it a little bit different, see what's what. I've also got a little bit of detail on the inside of the card, and I've got that done with the Delicate Detail Stamp Set, which is one of the celebration items that you can choose between now and March 31st, 2017, when you place a $50 order in my store. This is one of the items that you can choose. Some wonderful, wonderful border type stamps in this set. And we're going to use this one today. All right. So I'm going to start out with a piece of smoky slate cardstock, and this measures 4 1/4 by 11. I've already scored it at 5 1/2 with my Stampin' Trimmer. And now I'm just going to fold it in half and give it a nice crisp fold with my bone folder. Then I've got my 2 side pieces that we're going to put on. Got my liquid glue here, and this is from the Neutrals Designer Series paper stack. And I'm not sure if you can tell, but this is the silver, and it does have a bit of a shine to it. So this is not smoky slate, it is actually silver, and it does have a bit of a shine. There's also gold in that same package, and the gold also has some nice shine to it. And these are the stacks that have the 4 different designs, double-sided designs. Get these strips on to the card. Line them up with the edge there. And you'll see I got a little bit hanging off, but that's not a big deal because I can just trim those off with a pair of scissors. Got my little paper snips here, and we'll just trim those ends off. And these little strips did measure 1 inch by 5 1/2. Okay. I've also got a piece of Whisper White here that measures 3 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on that. I've got this kind of dotted image from the stamp set. I've got my stamp, I've got my smoky slate ink, and I'm just going to stamp this about like so. And then I'm just going to turn it. You could turn your paper or your stamp, whatever you want to do. And then I'll just add the next image. I did that just because this image kind of goes up like this, so it's got a high point here and a low point here. So I thought if I stamped it like this, flipped it around, stamped it like that, it would actually look kind of like a square. So that's why I did that. All right. I've got a greeting here. And that says, thanks for the smile and everything else. And I'm going to ink that up in some basic gray ink. And I've got a little 1 inch by 4 inch strip of Blushing Bride cardstock here that we're going to stamp this on. Okay. And I'm going to bring in my triple banner punch to get a nice banner edge on the bottom of this, just like so. All right, so I'm going to add some glue to my card, and then I'll add my piece of Whisper White. So I'm just kind of trying to center that between the 2 sides and at the top. Scoot that over. All right. Press that down, and then I'm going to add my greeting right here on the edge. Add a little bit of glue to that. Somewhere down here towards the bottom. And you'll see that I do have some excess hanging off the edge. No big deal there. I'm just going to trim that off with my scissors when I get that done. All right, we've got that done. Now I need to do some die cutting. I need to get a Dragonfly out of this super sparkly Blushing Bride Glimmer paper. Can you just see how gorgeous that is? I just love glimmer paper. It's so beautiful. bring the big shot in here. I've got my precision base plate, my thin die adapter, and my big shot platform all lined up here. Get my glimmer paper in here. Now I do like to cut glimmer paper from the back, but keep in mind if you're cutting words, die cutting words, you can't do this because they'll be backwards. But a dragonfly isn't words, so I can. Bring in my cutting pad here, and then we'll just send this through. Bring in my die brush with my foam pad, and I'm just going to roll my brush across these wings. Get those little excess pieces out of there and get my little dragonfly to come out. Sometimes when I can't get my finger under there, because of course I have no fingernails, I'll just use a piercing tool, and then I can just follow underneath the paper there and get that. And then these little pieces here, they'll just poke right out. All right, there we are, our beautiful butterfly. Did I just say butterfly? I think I did. Dragonfly. Geez, I think in my last video I called the bee a butterfly. I must be obsessed with butterflies. All right, so we've got this, we've got our dragonfly, and I'm going to add a little bit of fast fuse to the back of this guy because I want to add some metallic silver thread. So I just add some fast fuse to the back, then when I drag my silver thread along there, it'll stick. Usually keep it taped with a piece of Scotch tape on the top of the spool here. Get a hold of it, and then I'm just going to like press a piece down there, and then I'm just wrapping it kind of like figure eight style back and forth a few times, and each time I come by here I'm just pressing it onto the fast fuse. Alright, and then we have that on the front. Get my tape off my finger here. Bring the card back in, and then I'm just going to add a piece of a dimensional. This piece of a dimensional here. Just add that to the back. Peel the backing off, and then we'll just set that right there. And then I do like to kind of bend up the wings just a little bit. I just feel like it gives it a little more dimension. So it's kind of flying off the card. So we've got that part done. Now let's stamp our little design on the inside. Bring that smoky slate back in here. And this border stamp. So I'm just going to tap that into the smoky slate. And I'm just going to put the very edge of the stamp to the very edge of the paper. And then we get that nice detailed border on the inside there, which makes a super nice card. So there we are, a couple dragonfly cards. Oh, you know what, I almost forgot. I've got to put some sequins on there. Got my sequin trim right here, and I'm just going to add a couple dots of glue. Actually, I'm going to add a few dots of glue because I'm going to add 3. I'm going to just pull 3 sequins off this roll. I've got my little bamboo skewer here with a little bit of that poster putty on the end that's going to help me pick up these sequins. And I just pick it up with the putty on the end there and place it where I want it to be, and then I just kind of press my fingernail, well, I don't really have any fingernails, but the edge of my finger onto that, and then I just release the skewer. And then I get a little bit more bling with the sequins. So there we have 2 cards. I also am going to be coming out with a video showcasing all of my Dragonfly swap cards. I'm going to probably end up having, oh my gosh, 35 to 40 cards done with this Dragonfly bundle. And of course, when you do purchase our bundles, you get a 10% discount when you purchase the stamp sets and the coordinating framelits. So this is one of those bundles that you'll get a 10% discount on. And so stay tuned for that. Come back and watch. If you liked the video, I always appreciate the thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, and you have a wonderful day.